sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Only at Zaxby's.
Welcome back. So we have been focusing at Front Runner Athletics about what they have in terms of footwear, but make no mistake about it, they've got an awful big section focusing on swimwear as well here. So we're checking in now with Wendy Ransom. You're a swim mom
I'm a swim mom for many, many, many years.
You have one son who's swimming in college right now with it, right?
I have one who's swimming at Southern Illinois, and then I have one who retired from swimming last year from Drexel University.
Okay, so
and I
you
still
know
have a
a
little
thing
one
or
who's
two.
still swimming.
So
Yes.
a lot of folks who are watching you this morning are crossing their fingers, hoping that we're going to get the go-ahead for those summer swim leagues.
As am I.
As are you.
Yes.
So it's never too early to come in and check out what you have here at Front Runner, even if you're swimming in the backyard.
Right.
There's a real difference, just like with the footwear and what you get here versus what you're going to get other places.
Yes.
Where do you want to start, Wendy?
Why don't we just start with goggles?
Okay.
Everybody needs a goggle, from our small kids, who are just learning how to swim. We have fun prints that they can kind of get excited about, and sometimes it feels weird having that on their face. So if it looks cool, they might like it better. Up to our, let's say, middle school swimmers who are starting maybe to get a little bit competitive, and then to our high school competitive swimmers. We carry Tier and Speedo brands of goggles, and we know how to fit them to your face, and so we can help you get the best goggle for you.
Okay, let's talk about, let's say you have a 9-year-old, and maybe they're not even athletic, but you want them to learn to swim.
Yes.
And it's nothing more frustrating than having water get under those goggles, or you're trying to learn to do a flip underwater and
Yes.
push off the side of the pool, but you don't like the way it feels.
Right.
This is where you have to have it fitted.
That's correct. We have adult vanquishers and junior vanquishers, which is Speedo brand. Tier also makes the same type of goggle for adults and kids. And they all have adjustable nose pieces, which that's really the biggest thing with getting water into your goggles, is having a tight section and then having a nose piece that fits your face.
So is it a good idea, before we get off the topic of goggles, let's say you've got siblings or best friends, should you share a goggle, or once it's fitted for you, you have to be selfish with it?
Yeah, and yes. I've said for many years I should have bought stock in goggles a million years ago, because we've lost so many. But yeah, once it's fitted to you, you want to keep it fitted to you, and you don't want to share. And certainly with COVID, you don't want to share them with anybody.
Okay, if you know anything, right. If you know anything about swimming, time is the big thing, and a fraction of a second can qualify you or disqualify you.
It all makes a
Don't
difference.
bathing suits make a big difference?
Bathing suits do make a difference. More of what we sell here are bathing suits that are going to last.
Okay.
Chlorine eats away at anything that it touches, but especially at a swimsuit. So we have swimsuits from Tier and Speedo that will last longer through the chlorine. They're made of, I don't know what they're made of, but it's a very sturdy material, so they will not get eaten up by the chlorine as quickly.
Hold up that cute little Halloween
I
logo.
know. I have to show this because every season we bring in, this is called the Dolphin Ugly, and we bring in one for every season, Halloween, Christmas, 4th of July, whatever it is. We bring it in just for the little kids to have a little bit of fun with their swimsuits.
Okay, there are a lot of accessories that come along with swimming. It might surprise people to see a hat on the table, but you got to keep your muscles warm, right?
You do, especially in winter swimming, when the kids are swimming indoors. You're leaving the pool with a wet head and it's 32 degrees outside, so you want to have something to cover your head. And with COVID, a lot of the swim programs aren't allowing you to share the kickboards and fins and paddles and pull buoys and things like that, so you need to have your own individual piece of equipment that you haven't always needed before. So we have all of that, and we're getting ready for the Summer Olympics. And so we've got all of our American, our bags, our kickboard, our hats. We have a swim cap somewhere over there with the American flag on it. So,
Oh, I see it. I'll hold it up.
oh, there it is. So we're all excited about the Olympics.
Look, I think it's fitting that we're talking to you too as a mom, because if you're a parent, sorry, I can't make that stand up, but if you're a parent and you're beginning to have your child get into a sport, the look of it can't be overstated. They want to, if they're a newbie, they don't want to look like they're a newbie, right?
Right. They want to have all the things. So the little kids want to have the cute swim caps. So we've got smiley faces and sloths and all kinds of things to make whatever the kid has is their favorite, they can have. And they need all of the equipment. And I mean, the kids love the paddles. I think they're terribly annoying to swim with, but they love them because it makes it easier to pull the water. So that's a great accessory for the kids to have.
And why the shoes? Because you don't want them slipping walking around the pool?
Right, and you also don't, I mean, since we are running shoe store, walking barefoot isn't the greatest thing for your foot, especially if you have a high arch. So we have UFOs and Power Step flip-flops and slides that you can wear that can get wet and can be worn in any environment, too.
Okay, tell me about the lotions that are here. What are these?
That's actually shampoo and conditioner.
No way.
Just like chlorine can eat away at your swimsuit, it can eat away at your hair.
Yes, it can.
And so that tier shampoo and conditioner removes the chlorine from your hair, and you need to use it right after you swim.
Okay, I notice you have bags here. Not all backpacks are the same. Think about it. You're putting wet stuff in the bag.
And these bags are specially made for swimmers. They have what's called a dirt bag, which I think is funny, but it's in here for your wetsuit, and you can just toss it in there. It's not going to touch anything else. It's got a special compartment for your goggles, your fins, and it even has a cushion inside so you can sit on the side of the pool deck without tearing your bathing suit.
Oh, that's big.
Yes, it's a great thing to have.
Okay, and what is this that I'm seeing over here? I'm afraid to keep pulling things up, but
Yes.
may I?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
That's a mesh bag. And that's more for the wet things, like not your suit, because your suit is going to stay in here, but for things that can just dry in the air, your flipper, your fins, your pull buoys, your paddles, things like that you just want to let air dry so they don't get molded.
The thing is, you know, if you were to go shopping on your own without somebody to kind of advise you, you might either buy something that you don't need, you might buy the wrong sized, what do you call this? A pull float?
A pull buoy. Mm-hmm.
Okay. You might buy the wrong size. You might buy a bag that you don't need and not get the one that you do need.
Right.
So she is a swim mom, and she knows a thing or two about what your kids can hold off on and what you better get them right off the bat.
Yes.
Am I wrong to ask you if you're having a thought of when we might know about summer swim season? Are you hopeful?
As far as our summer swim leagues, our castle leagues, we are hoping that it will be possible this year, maybe with a little bit fewer people on the pool deck, maybe with some different changes, but we are very hopeful, and we work with several of the summer league swim teams each year to get their team suits for their entire team. So we're here to help everybody the best that we can.
So come shop. You
Yes.
heard Chad Vargas say last month, there's no appointment necessary. Just come, walk in the door, find what you like. You'll find them on Hickson Pike, right here in the Hickson area, just past Stewart Heights in that area, right? Mm-hmm. Your Rivermont Presbyterian Church, you know the area. Phone number and website there on your screen. Thank you, Wendy.
Yes, thanks, Julie.
Same protections to drivers of motorcycles as it does to all other drivers. If you or a loved one has been harmed while